If you're asking, do I need flood insurance for Waterfront home in Brevard County? Please do not wait until you're under contract to ask that question. Waterfront buyers should check flood maps, elevation, lender requirements, and insurance quotes early. Here's the part people miss. FEMA and Brevard County both point out that most standard homeowners insurance does not cover flood damage. I'm Carrie Liotta, a local realtor here on Florida's Space Coast. I help buyers ask the insurance and flood questions early before the pretty view turns into a stressful surprise. If you're researching a move to Brevard County, I also have a private Facebook group called Moving to Brevard County, Florida. It's a place for people researching a move to Brevard County to ask questions, compare neighborhoods, learn from locals, and understand the Space Coast life. Just scan the QR code on the screen now and come and join us. Let's keep this practical. I'm not an insurance agent. I'm not going to tell you what coverage you personally need, but I can tell you what question to ask before you buy. First, check the flood zone from an official source. FEMA has the Flood Map Service Center where you can search by address. Brevard County also has a floodplain administration resource and a county flood zone map. Do not rely on a listing description, a neighbor's memory, or a casual comment at a showing. Second, ask whether there's an elevation certificate. For some properties, elevation information can matter for insurance discussions, floodplain questions, and understanding the risk picture. Brevard County notes that elevation certificates may be available for some unincorporated Brevard structures, depending on whether they were permitted and whether records exist. Third, talk with an insurance professional early. For a waterfront property, you may be discussing homeowners insurance, wind coverage, flood insurance, roof age, openings, elevation, prior claims, and construction details. If the home is a condo, you also need to understand the association master policy and what the unit owner still needs to insure. Fourth, understand the difference between required and wise. Sometimes buyers only ask, will my lender require flood insurance? That is not the only question. You want to ask, what is my actual flood exposure? What would not be covered by my regular homeowner's policy? What would a flood policy cover or exclude? What waiting periods apply? And what does this cost for this specific property? Those answers come from the insurance side, not the guesswork. Fifth, remember that waterfront risk is not only about a FEMA label. Brevard County's flood information points to flooding from heavy rain, tidal surge from coastal storms, tropical systems, the Atlantic Ocean, the St. Johns River, and the Indian River Lagoon system. That is why you want to understand the specific property, not just the broad neighborhood. Here's a buyer's checklist I would use. Look up the property on FEMA's map. Check Brevard County flood resources. Ask about elevation information. Get insurance quotes early. Ask what your lender requires. Ask what your personal risk tolerance requires. And do all of that before you're emotionally locked into the house. Brevard County waterfront living can absolutely be worth it. You just want the insurance conversation to happen before you make the offer. Before you go, join my private Facebook group called Moving to Brevard County, Florida. Just scan the QR code on the screen and come ask your Space Coast questions in there. If you're comparing waterfront homes and want help organizing the flood and insurance questions for each property, reach out and I can help you start the process. I'll see you in the next video.